Although Blackhawk has Ouyang Seosun, who is a star player, but their overall strength was not good. It is courageous of the Black Fist Emperor to lead the game, but it would not be easy for him. I hope he could do his best and the result is not so important. After all, his opponent is a strong team. It's great that young players could participate in games to get more experience. After the beginning of the game, both sides sent their first players to log in, and when Shushu introduced Hossein first, Ji Yunran listened to her and was even more upset. What's with this host? She interviewed us, and why is she on the other side? Quote, she must be out of her mind. Ku Lili was also annoyed. In fact, after Fang Mingquan heard Wen Shushu's commentary, his face became grim. He meant well when he sent her to do this show and did not expect her to take such a stand. Fang Mingquan immediately called her, Wen, you are doing the show in Blackhawk and should take their stand. If it was not because of her family, he would have said something harsh by this time. Mr. Fang, I think that the commentator should take a neutral point of view. Since Blackhawk is the weaker team, I can't lie, right? That would be against what I believe in. When Shushu paused the commentary and replied, what you believe in? Fang Mingquan shook his head. Young people these days are so self-righteous. Yes, I have my belief in professionalism. I'm sorry, but I have to stay true to myself, Wen said confidently. As experienced as Fang Mingquan was, he would not get mad with a little girl. He smiled and said, well, then based on what you believe, which team do you think will win? Quote, Blackhawk would lose miserably, Wen did not hesitate to say. In fact, she still held some grudge that Fang sent her here. So what if I say Blackhawk will win? Fang Mingquan asked softly. That won't happen. Wen was doing the show because she liked black and white boxing. No matter how she thought about it, Blackhawk would not win. Well, so if the Blackhawk loses, I'll allow you to choose where you do interviews in the future. Fang Mingquan paused and said, if Blackhawk won, you need to fulfill the task assigned to you without objections. Mr. Fang, you think that Blackhawk will win? Wen now had doubts about the professional level of Fang. Whoever had the slightest understanding of black and white boxing should know that Blackhawk could not win. Blackhawk will not only win, but their victory would also be overwhelming, Fang Mingquan said with a certain tone and hung up. Now Wen was regretting that she had requested to work for Fang. She used to admire his capability, and had used her family connections to get into Waxing Station. But now the professional skills that Fang Mingquan demonstrated were simply disappointing. He could not even see the result of in a no-brainer like this one, which made her feel terrible. When Shushu continued to comment in accordance with her own understanding of the game, naturally showing her faith in Saint Germain, Hossein and Li Yu had logged into the Skynet platform. This team competition took the form of an arena race. If the first player won the first round, he could stay on and fight the next player in the other team, until he was beaten. Such a game system allowed the situation where one player fought 5. But due to the high uncertainty in black and white boxing, that would be hard to achieve. Because it was a game on Skynet platform, the system randomly picked Hossein as the attacking party. After the game began, Hossein threw a punch, and his holographic image online was synchronized, hitting Li Yu's image. The professional equipment could scan Hossein's body, so that it could tell the strength he had put into the punch. Once the strength used passed a certain level, the punch would be considered a black fist, otherwise, it would be considered white. But the scanning data were invisible to the players and they would only know the result after. Liu calmly stared at Hossein. This punch was very fierce, but Li stood still and did not even try to block. Li was very confident of his own judgment. Hossein's punch looked like a black fist, but from some of the details, he could tell that it was a carefully disguised white fist, and no real strength had been put into it. Because it was on the Skynet, Hossein could not hurt him for real, so he did not even bother to defend himself. Windtalker was just a new player, but we can tell that he is very skilled and confident in his own judgment. When Shushu praised Li Yu, because she had made the same judgment. An average person might believe this to be a black fist, but she had studied black and white boxing and could tell from the details that it was indeed a white fist. But before Wen finished her sentence, an explosion sounded and Hossein's fist had landed on Li Yu's face. The system automatically showed the special effect of the black fist, blowing Li Yu's image away. For a moment, everyone was dazed, including Wen Shushu and the Saint Germain players. The comments became scarce online. There are consequences for making my girlfriend mad. Hossein's eyes were cold. He had wanted a close victory so that it would not attract him too much attention, but now he had changed his mind. In addition, he had also got a kiss waiting for him. So, he would show no mercy.